Welcome to Fit Plan Yoga. Today we're in my little cottage. I wanted to be outside, but it's too wet today. So for our class today, we need a block. And yeah, I think we can get started. I really miss everyone. I hope you're all well. And let's start, as we always do, with a little conscious breathing. Such a nice way to bring your awareness inside and get ready for the asanas, for the postures. So let's take a comfortable seat, sit up tall, and close your eyes. Just bring your awareness inside and focus on your breath. Deeper, fuller, longer breaths. You really want to stretch your breath out here. So align the shoulders over the hips and the crown of the head over the perineum. And focus now on expanding and contracting your ribs equally and evenly and fully. And softening the belly as you inhale. Gentle squeeze of the perineum and the diaphragm with your exhalation. So today, let's just go ahead now and bring our hands over the heart and the Anjali Mudra, connecting thumbs to the breastbone. Draw your shoulders back and down. Sit up tall. Just notice your heartbeat. And we'll bow our heads here, just continuing to focus on big full breaths and relaxing. I like to say a prayer or set an intention for the day in this pose. Let's just finish now with a great big deep breath, inhaling. And as you exhale, lower your hands back to your lap. And take another breath and raise your head, keep the eyes closed. And with another full breath, open your eyes, keeping the gaze soft. So we're going to start at the back of our mat in Vajrasana in Hero's Pose. So I'm going to move my sheepskin off the mat and sitting in, again, Hero's Pose. So remember your block if you need to support yourself. We're just going to start with a little warming up of the spine. So arms come up. With a big inhalation, just reach out as far as you can. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and start dropping your hips first. Straight arms at first. And as you lower, elbows hug the ribs, forehead comes to the mat. And then inhale now again and back all the way up into your child's pose. Finishing out an exhalation here. And then let's do it again. Inhaling up. And lowering, exhaling, strong, tight buttocks here. Head comes down, relax. And push it up and back to your child's pose. So follow your breath. Take your time. There's two poses here. So lowering slowly, waking up the spine. And pushing up. Back into your child's pose. And let's do that one more time. Lowering down. Back through your child's pose. And stay in your child's pose now. So take your knees wider probably. And allow the head to fall down. You can keep your arms outstretched if you're not ready for a full pose. In any case, bring your forehead down to the mat and arms alongside the body if you can. 3 breaths here. Good. So now we're going to come back through all fours. Line yourself up in the tabletop position. Knees under the hips, hands under the wrists. And we're just going to do a little cat lift. Tailbone lifting, heart lifting. Exhaling, rounding, tucking, spreading. And now this time, as you come back to your inhalation, right arm out, left leg out. Just a little balance here. And now exhale into elbow to knee. Good. Come all the way back out. Nice little stretch, lengthening the spine. Exhale, knee to elbow. And one more. So stay here a breath. Stretch it out. Nice. And then we come back to all fours. And let's do another cat lift. And cat. And this time inhaling, left arm out, right leg out, stretch it out. Little gentle squeeze as you exhale. Do it again. And this time stay, stretch and lengthen. And drop it down. Good. So coming into your all fours, tuck your toes now. And we're coming up into first downward dog of the day, I would imagine. So I like to take my feet a little wider than my hips when I'm just starting out in the downward dog. In any case, just want to get that length in the spine, lengthen all the muscles. So let's take one more breath. And we're going to walk our hands to our feet now. So coming into, and here you might need your block, coming into your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Just come a little forward onto the balls of the feet. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the neck. Let the heavy head lengthen the cervical spine. And we're going to come up to standing now. So bend the knees, keep your awareness in your spine, and take your time, vertebra by vertebra, coming all the way up to standing in Tadasana. Good. So let's inhale here, and exhale down, hands go down to come up and around to your heart. And find your mountain pose, Tadasana. So feet are hip distance, shoulders over the hips, crown of the head over the perineum. Tall, strong, and straight, right? Feel your weight equally distributed in your feet. And let's go. So we're going to inhale. Let's start with our hands at our heart. So bend the knees. We're going to go into chair pose with an inhalation. And exhale. And hold just a breath or two here. So heart lifting, tailbone drawing in. Good. And now we're going to come into our forward fold, straighten the legs, hands on either side of the feet. And then we're going to bend the knees, crown of the head reaching forward, inhaling. Exhale back into straight legs, Uttanasana. Good. And now we're just going to come back through chair pose and push all the way up back into standing. Little back bend here, and hands go down and come around. Nice. So again, inhaling into chair, exhaling, folding, straightening the legs, and inhale. Bend the knees, lengthen the crown of the head, shoulders drawing away from the ears. Exhale, straighten the legs again. Back into your forward. Now we're just gonna walk to plank. So walk it out. Hips are lower than the shoulders, shoulders are over the wrists. So we have 2 ways to lower down. You can drop the knees, drop the chest, and scoop, or you can just lower in your Chaturanga Dandasana or yoga push-up here, all the way to the mat. Head comes down, legs lengthen. And we're just gonna come up into a low cobra here, not a big one, not using the hands, only the spine. One more breath. Nice. And then we push up through all fours and into your downward dog. Nice little resting pose here. Draw your arms into their sockets, spread the shoulder blades, lift the hips as high as you can, chest to the mat and to your thighs. Good. So now we're just gonna pick up our right leg and come into tail of the dog. We'll just enjoy that. Lengthen, reach up with your right foot towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna swing our right foot to our right wrist. So I want to remind you, you can either come from tail of the dog, or you can drop your knees and swing your right foot to your right wrist. You might want your block close by. But in any case, here we are in Anjani Asana. So come on up, low lunge, so come way up, hips over the knee, shoulders over the knee, and then lengthen the spine up and back and lunge forward. Good. Opening the front body there. Now just bring the hands down, tuck the back toes, and swing your right foot all the way back up into tail of the dog. I realized I was going to do this. Good. So now from here, swing your right foot back into that lunge. And here's where you might want your block, just to steady yourself. And we're coming right up into crescent pose. And take your time here, strong legs. And if you can, a little lift. And then we bow. So coming forward, arms swing back behind you. Balancing here. Good. And then hands come to either side of your right foot, and we're going to walk the back leg, the left foot up forward and flat. And here you are ready for your Parshvottanasana. So the work here is squaring your hips. Right hip draws back, left hip comes around, and top of the femur lifts upward, and nose comes towards the knee. So always drawing your shoulders away from the ears. And just check yourself out. Try to bring everything into the midline, squaring. Lots to think about. And now bend the right knee. Walk your hands forward about 6 inches. And we're going to lift up into your standing split. So again, you can use your block here if you need. The left pelvic bone faces the mat. Nose draws toward the knee. Good. Now bend the right knee. Reach out with your left foot flat on the mat and bring yourself up into Warrior One. Virabhadrasana 1. So nice. Shoulders draw down, heart lifts, strong straight back leg, lunging with the front leg. Lift up. You want to feel as though there's a belt under your shoulder blades, just lifting you up. And then we're going to bow here. So coming forward, arms coming back. Good. So now hands on either side of your right foot. Come through that lunge and swing your right foot back up into tail of the dog. Nice. So you just want to push that foot up towards the ceiling. Open the right hip. Look under your right arm. Bend the knee. Draw the heel to your glutes. And lift the knee again. And then straighten the leg. And float that right foot down to meet the left. And push back into your downward dog. And walk your hands back to your feet. Come into your full fold of Uttanasana. And let's just bend the knees here. Roll up. All the way up. Push the hips out. And arms come down to come around into the Anjali Mudra. So now we have the other side. Good. So hands in Anjali Mudra. And we swing them back and up into our chair pose. And bending forward, straightening the legs. And walking to plank. Shoulders over the wrists and lowering down. Remember, you can come through all fours. Bring the hands back to the breasts and let's push up into a higher cobra. Shoulders drawing down, heart lifting, strong glutes, protecting your back, tailbone tucking, and breathing. Good. And then come up and back into your downward dog. And this time swinging your left foot up into tail of the dog. Just relax here. Remember, you can do this on your knees. And then left foot's going to swing to left wrist and drop the right knee. And come up into Anjaneyasana. So lunging a little forward, lifting the heart. And coming out of that now, hands back to either side of the left foot, tuck the back foot, swing the left foot back up into your tail of the dog. So nice. And swing it back through to your left wrist. And again, come on, your block here. Come on up. Into crescent pose. Good. So floating down, swing your arms back. And bring your hands down to either side. So in Parsvatanasana is where you might need your block the most. So walk your right foot forward and flat. Remember, you can use the block for your floor. And then squaring off your hips. So look at your hips, draw the left hip back, bring the right hip around forward, and lift the top of the thigh bone upward and draw nose to knee. Knee to nose, nose to knee. Nice. So from here, we bend the knee, walk the hands forward about 6 inches, push up, strong left leg here, and lift the right leg. So you want to lift it high, but you want to keep the pelvic bone facing the mat. Nice, so bend left knee, reach out with the right foot flat on the mat, and come up into your warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Good. So lean back on that right leg and lunge the left, lift the heart. And then we float forward into a bow. Arms swing back behind us. Spine lengthens in both directions. Good. And then right hands come down, or both hands come down, and we come into tail of the dog. Well, this time we stay a little longer. Open up that left hip, look under your left arm, bend the knee, drawing the heel towards your buttocks, and reach the knee up. Straighten the leg and roll the hip down and float left to right. Push back into your dog. And then let's drop the knees and rest here a few breaths in child's pose. So good. All right. So we're coming out of this now, and we're going to lie on our backs. Coming onto your backs now. And bend your knees and take your feet wider than your hips and turn your feet out in your own natural turn. And walk your feet back towards you so that you can feel your heels. And you're going to even want to kind of walk your shoulders towards your heels, because if you can, I want you to hold your ankles or your heels. And we're just going to do a little flow here with our breath. So follow your breath, inhaling up. And do close your eyes in this, and exhaling down. So 10 of these. Go in your own rhythm. If you can't hold, that's fine. Just keep your hands flat. No biggie. But closing your eyes, staying in your breath, really luxuriating in each position. Just enjoy it. Sort of a casual Setu Bandha, casual bridge pose. Inhaling, stretch it out. Be sure and push your knees out and away from you as you come up. Curl your tailbone up and in as you come down. And just enjoy it. I think that's about 4 for me. You can take your arms up even over your head if you don't want to hold your heels. Noticing tightness and resistance. Breathe into that. I'm not sure how many I've done now. I'm going to say I've done 8. I'm going to do 2 more. And 1 more. So now I want you to stay on number 10. Stay in that upward position, and do bring your arms over your head. And just find a comfortable place in this pose. So make it comfortable for you, not too high in the strain. Just relaxing, breathing. And then let's roll that down, vertebra by vertebra. And we'll draw our knees to our chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Just wrap your arms around your knees. Knees draw towards your armpits. Tuck your chin and breathe. Good. And then lie back, holding onto your knees. And pull your knees apart, push them away, bring them together, and pull them back. So just close your eyes here again, and relax, opening up the hip side, and then reverse your circles. Feet come down, and we'll stretch out into a resting pose. getting your shoulders flat underneath you, legs are parted, feet fall out to the side, arms along the side of the body with a little space, hands in, palms facing up in a receptive mode, and close your eyes. And take a few moments to feel the energy flowing through your body. So I invite you to stay here longer or even repeat the sequence that we just did on both sides if you're not really ready to be finished. But I am going to close the class now. So happy to be with you, even if it's on video. Hope to see you all soon. Honoring our practice together too.